This is the Destiny Discover video that will remind you about everything that we talked about for Destiny Discover. Remember, you can get to Destiny Discover through your library Canvas course, through your library webpage, or through the SSO. Once you are on this page, you need to make sure that you log in. When you log in, you are logging in with just your ID number for your username and your password. You will notice that Destiny Discover looks a little bit different now, but we still have what we call these shelves. So the first one that you see is the Lone Star books. Then we have different topics, recently added books, popular titles, ebooks, and audiobooks. So the first thing that I want to show you is when you are logged in, before you used to have the little button over here that had the 3 lines that showed you your different back office stuff. Now that is under the My Stuff tab. So when I click on My Stuff, you will see checkouts, holds, favorites, and finds. So the one thing that you need to click on is checkouts. It'll show you what you currently have checked out, and it also has the due date. So remember, we are not going to be using the due date cards. This right here shows you when all of your books are due. But remember, if you only check out books when your class comes to the library, the next time your class comes to the library, that's when your books are due. And then this will also get you back to your favorites, and we will talk about that more in a minute. So as far as the types of books that you have access to, you'll notice that the little icons look a little bit different as well. So, and as far as actually just searching for a book, up here at the top, it used to have a search bar. Now, if I want to search for a book, I'm going to click this magnifying glass and then just type in the book that I'm interested in. So when that comes up, again, you'll be looking for a few different things. So this one is actually a fiction book. I know that by looking at the call number. F means fiction, and then the first 3 letters of the author's last name. So if I click on this book, it's going to give me some more information about the book. So it gives me a little description there, but then when I scroll down, if I click on View More Details, okay, that's going to give me a lot more information. So the main thing you need to remember is you'll scroll down and click on Explore. This gives me the different genre topics. So when you click on it, if you know that you do not like historical fiction and you are looking for more of a funny book, then this is probably not going to be what you would be interested in. Okay, it also talks about different awards and reviews and things like that. So if I go back up to the search and I typed in Diary of a Wimpy Kid because I wanted a more, funny book. So you'll see that it comes up with all of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. So it's very minute difference here, but this one is an actual book, okay, a physical book that's in our library. And again, I can look at this here and it's going to tell me fiction and the first 3 letters. This one has this little bitty E right there. That lets me know that it's an e-book, so a book that I would check out and download and read on my device. So if I click on this one, and again, it's going to give me a little description about the book. I'm going to click View More Details. I'm going to go down to Explore and make sure that that is something that interests me. And then if it is, you see that your options are Open and Check Out. If I just open the book, then that's just going to be opening it up on my computer screen right here, and you can start reading it. But somebody else could come along behind you and check out that book. So if you open it up and you decide that you like it, then I would encourage you to make sure that you check out that book. So when I open up the ebook, it's just going to scroll through and I click through the pages just like you would a regular book. So you can decide if you like it. Up here at the top, you have some different options that some of our ebooks will actually read it to you. So I'm going to go ahead and close this book, and I do decide that I want it, so I'm going to click on Check Out. It tells me my due date there, but again, if I ever forget, now when I go to My Stuff and I click on Check Outs, that book is now listed there. And so the next time I want to open it up and start reading it, that's how you would access it instead of just searching through and trying to find it again. You just go to your checkouts and it's right here. I open it and start reading it. Okay, so now if I know that I want a nonfiction book, your teacher maybe says you have to have a nonfiction book. So if I type in Titanic, you'll notice that here we have numbers. So numbers mean nonfiction. Okay, and then we have just a physical book. This one's an actual e-book. Okay, so again, those are something that you need to be paying attention to. Okay, so another thing, you will not be placing books on hold through Destiny Discover. If you see a book that you want and it's checked out, you will come up to the circulation desk and I will put that on hold for you. But you can add it to your favorites list. So the next time you try to remember which book it was, you'll just look in your favorites list. So this one is checked out. So if I click on it, again, I've read the description, I click view more details, I scroll down, I click explore, I decide, yes, I want this book, but it's checked out. Okay, so up here, you can click on, well, this one's an audio book, so it won't let me. So up here, it will say favorites. So you can click favorite, and then it will add that to your favorites list. So let me see if I can find one of those. Okay, so all of these books are checked out. So I'm going to click on this one. Again, I read the description. I click on view more details. I scroll down to explore. I read this and I decide that I want it. Up here, I can click on these dots and then click add to favorites. So then when I go into my stuff and I can't remember what was that book that I wanted last time, if you look at favorites, then it's there. You can automatically see if it is still checked in or checked out. Another thing, when you're on this main home page, and remember, if you're going to search, you're going to click that little blue icon there. But if you want to just browse by genre, you can click on these little topics here. You can also look at our recently added books. I would suggest when you're looking at this stuff that you select See All, and then it's going to come up with all of the books in that section, and you can use the different filters to filter out what you needed. So I can look at it by a list. I can format them by author. I can format them, so like I said, there's different ways that you can filter stuff out. So if I go back to my home screen and I want to search by topic, say I know I want a horror book. If I click on that, then it's going to come up with all of the different horror books that we have in our library. And so you're going to kind of need to narrow that stuff down. Those different options here just show you, this shows me that it shows me the call number and things like that to show me if it's fiction or nonfiction. This is going to be more of just the cover of the book. So this might be, you just kind of have to play with this. So let's say that I want to just look at the most recent ones. Okay, and then it's going to show me, it's going to sort them by the most recent ones. And again, I would look at the call number, and then if one of these looks interesting to me, I click on it, I read the little description, I scroll down to more details, I click explore, look at the different topics, maybe read some of the reviews about it, and see if that book interests me before I ever go to the shelf. So like I said, this is a new Destiny Discover update. We will kind of be learning as we go through this together. But like I said, I encourage you to use these filter options over here. This is the sort by, but you can scroll down and filter it by books that are checked in or checked out, even all the way down to how many page numbers. So I encourage you to use that as well. So if you have any questions about Destiny Discover and searching for books in Destiny Discover, then let me know.